Erin Weaver is graduating from CMU with a Bachelor of Arts, four-year degree, major in International Development Studies.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Delmar said, I'm Erin Weaver, and I'm graduating tomorrow with a BA in IDS, International Development Studies. I'll start off today reading an excerpt from an essay I wrote for senior seminar in IDS, which is a requirement for all four-year IDS majors at CMU, although it's at Menno Simons College. It was a long essay, but fortunately, I'll just read the introduction. Life changed radically for Mary Yeko and her family that month. In February 2008, Yeko's family and over 1,000 other members of the Bennett ethnic group were evicted from their mountain homes in eastern Uganda by the Uganda Wildlife Authority. The UWA and the Netherlands-based Face the Future Foundation agreed to use the land the Bennett were occupying for a forestation project for the purpose of selling carbon credits to companies wanting to go green. In their new life as displaced peoples in a temporary settlement, Yeko's family has faced a host of problems and adjustments, from decreased health to decreased food security. To the Uganda government, the forestation project is an important step in development for the Bennett community, offering jobs and money. But for Yeko and others, this good change entering their community has only caused more sickness and more alienation from their traditional way of life. This story of Mary Yeko and the Bennett people serves to illustrate some of the core things that I learned in my years as an IDS major. The first thing is that the world is big and complicated and messed up. I took Intro to IDS at Trent University and transferred to CMU feeling overwhelmingly, depressingly confused. Past attempts to make good change in this world all seemed to end in misery for others. What could I do? As a result, I was dangerously relieved that at CMU, in classes with Ray Vanderzag like Project Cycle, Rural Development, Crisis and Humanitarian Aid, and Analysis of Aid, we got instruction in solid steps that we can take as future development workers. We learned about tools such as the cost-benefit analysis, or end valuation. We learned about irrigation systems, rural markets, the vulnerability of the poor to disaster, and aid ethics. We learned about the actions of big players like the UN, World Bank, and World Vision. It is tempting for me to grab hold of these methods, techniques, and theories a little too eagerly, but they cannot become my idols. Though equipped with knowledge, I could never believe that I knew best. This is where the ideology of Ray's classes and the classes taught by Kenton Lovey, his rival, overlap. Both of them taught us humility. Tools and theories are fallible and not always applicable. IDS is a field of flexibility and adaptation to the context. In Kenton's classes, especially my first one, Participatory Local Development, or PLD, we were challenged to put all our supposed knowledge aside and muster the courage to sit down in the dust, listen to those who supposedly have nothing, and let them take back the say over their own lives. Imagine what this could have meant for Mary Yeko's family. Our class was given the authority in PLD to create our own final exam, and we chose to challenge the unjust food system in our own small way by producing a cookbook, documentary, and dinner promoting local eating. Our very notions of teaching were turned upside down. Now it wasn't just the teachers or professors pouring knowledge into empty skulls. Now the students also had something to contribute. In a potential career of facilitating workshops, of pushing for empowerment, this was crucial. You can learn about these things, these concepts, participation, empowerment, vulnerability, but they don't sink in until you see them in action. All IDS majors and other majors are required to do a practicum, and I did mine last summer by volunteering for 3 months in Uganda, only an hour away from Mary Yeko's home territory, though I didn't know about the Bennett then. I saw IDS come alive before my eyes, but the biggest thing I learned or relearned was that really it's all about people, relationships. Good change does not happen without, well, something like love. I took many area courses in my degree that I thoroughly enjoyed, but my personal favorites were in theology. Theology confirmed the need for humility, the need for a kingdom where the last shall be first and the first last, where all are well fed in every way. But it also confirmed, along with the class in IDS this past semester, a notion that had been niggling at me for a long time, that faith and development cannot and should not be separated. Our faith dictates how we live and act. Development is seeking to work as the hands and feet of Christ, and what we do is simply one part of God's magnificent plan for transformation. This transformation is not just for the body, not just for the soul, not just for the individual or the economic system. It involves all. But fortunately for us, we're not responsible for all. We're responsible for our actions and love and the rightness of our relations with God and those we touch. That is all. Thank you.